The biggest reason Francis Ngannou could beat Anthony Joshua?
That's better. Sharp, top kick in. Oh, big shot from Ngannou.
Mike Tyson. How come? Tyson's coaching. He's been training Ngannou on the heavy bag to knock out Joshua in boxing.
Come on.
When he asked about training with Mike Tyson, Ngannou couldn't believe it at first. He felt like it was beyond his wildest dreams. Tyson himself has high praise for Ngannou, saying that when Ngannou wins, his actions will speak louder than words.
Tyson fears in a tougher fight than he believes.
Imagine the legendary Tyson passing on his boxing wisdom to Ngannou. How did Mike Tyson become involved in Ngannou's boxing journey, and when did their partnership begin? 4 years ago, Francis appeared on Mike Tyson's podcast, chatting about battling Tyson Fury and other big names. During the chat, Francis struck a deal with Tyson. If he ever stepped into the boxing ring, Tyson would be in his corner. Tyson's influence on Francis was immense, not just through training tips, but also by boosting his motivation. Whenever Tyson visited the gym, Francis beamed with excitement, like a kid on Christmas morning eager to unwrap presents. Some fans were amazed at how Ngannou almost outperformed Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion. Fury was out of shape and underestimated Ngannou. Plus, Ngannou had been training for boxing for 10 years. There are many opinions floating around. What's clear is that several factors affected how the fight turned out, so listing them all seems pointless. At number 5, counterpuncher style.
They bring in guys.
Ngannou knocks Arlovsky down.
Ngannou's key strength. One of the key factors is Ngannou's shift in fighting style from a wild brawler to a more strategic predator in MMA. Initially, he was known for his brute force and speed, not shying away from taking hits. These qualities are good for being a top fighter, but to reach the championship level, you need more. Ngannou recognized this after his first UFC loss and began evolving his approach. It's like a transformation from a wild beast to a calculated predator. At first, it wasn't obvious, but keen-eyed fans started noticing Ngannou's growing mastery in the ring. Could this be enough to take on Fury? Nobody thought so. It's like a David versus Goliath situation in the ring, where the underdog's unexpected tactics leave everyone on the edge of their seats. If Ngannou stuck to his old aggressive style, he'd likely get knocked out, but he made a drastic change. Instead of being the aggressor, he became a thinker, waiting for Fury's moves and adjusting his strategy accordingly. Ngannou was able to block a lot of Fury's blows thanks to his lightning-fast reactions, perfect timing, and surprisingly improved feet. Ngannou's sheer strength and massive size gave him the advantage of controlling the distance in the fight, avoiding dangerous situations near the ropes. His knockout power also compensated for any shortcomings in his fighting arsenal, making his style more well-rounded. These tactics caught Fury off guard and worked wonders. However, Joshua will be ready since he will be aware of what to expect from Ngannou. Yet, facing Ngannou won't be a walk in the park for Joshua either. With both fighters at the top of their game, the match promises to be an intense showdown of skill and strength. At number 4, let's talk about resilience. In MMA, Ngannou showed a quality that made him stand out, his incredible toughness. Ngannou could withstand Fury's blows without even blinking, unlike other heavyweights who would crumble under heavy hits. This superhuman durability first came to light in his fight against Stipe Miocic. Despite Miocic's reputation for knockout power, he couldn't even scratch Ngannou in 25 minutes of fighting. That evening, Miocic was playing much better and applying strategic work to exhaust his opponent. Miocic was dominating, unleashing everything he had on Ngannou. Yet, Ngannou stood firm, weathering the storm with an unbreakable spirit. His jaw, rarely tested before, proved as tough as granite. Then came the showdown with Tyson Fury. Despite Fury's relentless jabs, Ngannou remained unfazed, while Fury found himself hitting the canvas. It turns out that since his first attempt to compete for an MMA crown, Francis hasn't lost an ounce of his durability. This gives him an edge against boxers now. Any strong punch, especially from someone like the Predator, could lead to a knockout. Francis can be smart about this and seize the opportunity to exchange blows with Anthony. He might take some hits, but he's ready to fire back with some powerful shots. The trick is to pick the perfect moment and not let AJ escape. And when it comes to timing, the former UFC champion knows exactly what he's doing. Enjoying the video so far? Well, why not hit that like button? It really helps us out. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? The clinch comes in third.
Was rooted in getting this clinch, and he's got it early.
Ngannou pays attention to the clinch, something that many boxers overlook. Having studied it extensively in MMA, he is aware of its significance. Effective clinching is a skill that elite fighters possess, and Ngannou's power makes it even easier. While Ngannou didn't often use the clinch in UFC fights, he held his own when needed. It turns out, yes. Currently in the heavyweight division, no one understands the clinch better than Tyson Fury. The British fighter is completely comfortable being close to his opponent and always employs the clinch to his advantage for defense, wearing down the opponent and recovery. No boxer who fought the Gypsy King could withstand his sticky and uncomfortable clinch, except Ngannou. Whether Fury attempted to close the distance, Ngannou would either leave him utterly immobile or unleash a flurry of body blows. Furthermore, Ngannou made several attempts to land an inside shot on the champion and was only partially successful each time due to Tyson's strong jaw. No one expected such proficiency in the clinch from the MMA convert. Let's think about this. Ngannou should have no trouble managing Joshua if he could control Fury in the closing moments. Anthony is confident in his strength, but he lacks the interior work to match Ngannou's level in this area of expertise. If Francis can break through Joshua's long arms, he will not only be able to dominate him, but he will also be able to deal serious harm that will manifest over 10 rounds. Number 2. Ngannou's left hook.
Uppercut.
He's done. That's it. Wow.
A devastating force that has ended many fights with its ferocious power and precision. Most of Francis Ngannou's career knockouts were secured with a single clean hit, frequently delivered with his right hand, letting off all his Cameroonian rage against his opponent's jaw. It's like watching as lightning strikes his opponents, instantly ending the fight. But wait, there's more to Ngannou's arsenal. As the best UFC heavyweight, he started showcasing his left hand's power. The Predator's left hook patiently waited for the perfect moment to strike. In the rematch with Stipe Miocic, Ngannou seized his chance in the second round. A thunderous left hook rocked the champion, knocking him out cold. Though it appeared to be a historic moment, Ngannou's left hook journey was just getting started. Tyson got the early advantage in the battle between Ngannou and Tyson, but Ngannou was cautious and waited for his opportunity. He caught it with a feint in the third round and then unleashed a devastating left hook that knocked Tyson to the ground, shocking the whole crowd with its beauty. Although many viewed Ngannou as simply a physical force, he demonstrated that he was a proficient striker with accurate timing and quickness. It was a moment that demonstrated Ngannou's real prowess in the ring and left the audience in shock. It was a moment that left viewers in awe. When you watch the fight closely, you can see that Ngannou took a number of hard strikes, yet only lost to a single strike for a knockdown. This demonstrates Fury's resilience. Ngannou can feint and land punches effectively, especially with the lead hook, a punch that Joshua has struggled with before. Andy Ruiz once used a similar hook to knock out Joshua, and although Joshua's defense has improved, he still faces challenges against him. In a fight with Ngannou, such mistakes could be fatal. It's a matchup where every move counts, and one wrong move could spell disaster for either fighter. Which is the most important aspect of boxing? Punching power. At number 1, let's discuss punching power.
Big opening.
Stunned. Knockout for Ngannou.
Just look at Conor McGregor's struggle against Floyd Mayweather, where his MMA knockout prowess seemed to disappear with the larger boxing gloves. Many feared Ngannou would face a similar fate against Fury, doubting if his power would translate in the boxing ring. But in a surprising twist, Ngannou proved them wrong with a third-round knockdown. Francis displays impressive boxing skills, and his immense strength can knock out even the toughest opponents. His punches are as powerful as those of even the hardest-hit boxers. Some argue he's second only to Wilder, but recent events might just crown him the new king. What's your take? Share your thoughts below. The biggest problem with facing fighters like Ngannou is that a puncher always has an opportunity, regardless of your level of ability or caution. Even when it looks safe, it's important to maintain focus throughout the fight because that's when the fatal hit frequently lands. It won't be simple to catch someone like Anthony Joshua, especially now that he's changed his style and grown cautious. However, fighters like Ngannou just need to make one mistake to deal severe damage. As Fury did, underestimating opponents could prove to be a deadly error. Ngannou has all the tools to knock our socks off once again, leaving us in awe of his skill and power and sending us back to the drawing board. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't miss out on our next video. Subscribe now.